Like if somebody's kind of doing something cool, I think you say like you're the birthday. Or if somebody's doing something not cool,
are you doing a bit?
So you thought you were the birthday party. You're the
Is
birthday.
this real?
Meaning,
Where is this? Where is this on the internet? What parts?
Meaning someone is the center of attention in the life of the party or that girl. Examples. You look so good. Okay, you the birthday.
What? Okay, you the birthday.
You know what? I've had it. You're not the birthday.
I don't. Yeah, okay.
You're back on TikTok. Tell the people about it.
I'm on TikTok in the same capacity I'm on Twitter, which is to see what Andrea's doing. And like that's it.
I'm the
Andrea,
birthday.
break hard, and then I'm out.
I'm the birthday.
You are the birthday.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Laps Down podcast. My name is Andrea.
And I'm MJ.
And we are so excited to be back. We have something special this week. We have an F1 race to talk about. We put that at the bottom, but we are going to talk about it, so stay tuned if you like F1. What else are you excited to talk about this week? Anything that you want to like preview the audience?
Kyle Busch did some fuck-assery.
What a great transition. Let's start with NASCAR. Okay, you put something interesting here about the O'Reilly series. What's happening there? I, to be honest, wasn't following this because I watch O'Reilly on Fubo.
On Fubo. I watched it on YouTube TV. And I'm only following this because, once again, I got on TikTok and Breakard was talking about it. But they are now going to be streaming on ESPN Unlimited. So if you're like me and always had ESPN Plus, they recently changed it. So basically ESPN Plus, you're still paying like I think it's like $12.99 a month, and you're just not getting jack shit.
You're playing plus amounts.
You're playing plus amounts for subtractive content.
Okay.
Like, you don't really get to watch live sports. You just get to watch, like, their fucking documentaries. I was so pissed when I found this out, because I didn't realize it had switched without me knowing. But the O'Reilly Auto Parts series, they are on CW, but they don't, like, stream anywhere besides, like, Fubo?
I say Fubo. I don't know what it is. It's Fubo. It's Fubo.
They don't stream anywhere but Fubo,
are you sponsoring?
But YouTube TV.
Please sponsor me, Fubo, because I might be your only customer. Like I've never heard anybody else talking about them. I think it's just me.
It's just you and my older brother. You're the only two people I know who have Fubo.
We gotta go up to the Fubo. We gotta go to the Fubo tweet up. We're like, y'all like Fubo?
Okay, whatever. So but CW doesn't stream anywhere, which people are really frustrated with. So they're like, okay, we'll throw you a bone. We're going to stream on ESPN Unlimited. You can watch the races. This is the only place where you can watch qualifying and practices. And it's only going to be $30 a month.
That's kind of a lot.
Yeah, it is a lot. And everyone was like, we would like somewhere to stream the CW. They didn't mean this. They meant more like, hey, can we watch it live on the app? But CW was like, no.
That's not what we intended.
Would you like to actually pay more for this? But if you still have like YouTube TV or Fubo, whatever it's called, you can watch it there.
$89.99 a month. Way more expensive than
$89.99 a month? But you could get...
I get FS1, 2, and Fox, so I can watch basically everything NASCAR and IndyCar. And then I think it has the Food Network. I think that's important. Nice.
I like the Food Network.
I get CW, so I can watch.
Do you get HGTV?
I haven't checked, to be honest. I only watch HGTV at the dentist.
That's fair. That's a good place to watch it.
Yeah. What else do I watch on Fubo?
Yeah.
I think that's basically it. I just watch motorsports. You can also watch MotoGP because that's also on Fox.
MotoGP.
Oh, Claire, I miss you.
MotoGP.
Anyways.
Yeah, that's all I have to say about O'Reilly.
Okay. Well, we can also talk about Destiny Spurlock, who I think we mentioned last week, maybe, about the ARCA race. I think we briefly mentioned ARCA. She has been doing extremely well in ARCA. I think she's done 2 races in ARCA. And both of them were like impressive finishes. I believe she before this came from like something with motorcycles, which I'm like, I'm surprised that that transfers so well, but like it
But
seems
apparently
to.
it does. Yeah.
Apparently it does. But you put in here that she's going to be making her truck series debut in Watkins Glen. That's exciting.
Correct.
That's exciting.
Yes. Watkins Glen is actually going to be really big for women.
Oh,
Watkins Glen,
whoa!
the W in Watkins Glen stands for women.
It's for women. Watkins Glen pro woman.
What? Wicked.
What? Watkins, wicked Watkins Glen. And if you're an audio listener, we're putting up our W's. Our W's for Watkins Glen. What else are women doing at Watkins Glen?
Well, women, more like woman. Catherine Legg is going to be doing
make that singular.
Just one. She's going to be doing the Cup Series race at Watkins Glen. She's going to be in the Elf Car, the 78,
Beautiful.
the Live Fast Motorsports.
Beautiful. I hope she has fun,
Very
but
exciting.
I hope it doesn't confuse. Like, I hope it doesn't get her too into the NASCAR brain, because I do want to keep her mainly in the IndyCar brain. Like, I think this should be like, go have fun, Catherine, but like, remember eye on the prize.
Remember where your heart is. And my first instinct when I saw this was Catherine Legg is doing the double, and immediately Bob Progress was like, no, she's not. I was like, okay.
Okay, Bob, that's interesting.
All
Let
right.
a girl dream. Okay. I also think it could be big for women that Connor Zilic and SVG are doing the triple. Can women claim that?
Also going to say
women are part of that.
Any race where, we have Connor SVG, and then any race that Chris Buescher has previously won feels like it's for women.
I think this is good for women. I think Watkins Glen, big race for women. I like that. Speaking of women, no, it doesn't really apply.
No, keep going. Let's try it.
I think it'd also be pretty big for women if Connor Zilic got to do the double, which he said he wanted to do.
No.
Oh, okay. We can't claim that one.
It's Carson Hocevar.
What did I say?
We've already talked about Connor Zilic.
Oh, I got the children mixed up. Okay, I meant Carson Hocevar.
They look a lot alike.
Yeah, I think it's the height similarity.
Sure.
Carson Hocevar. Fuck, I can't believe I messed up my transition like that. Do you want to listen to it again and pretend like it's
Okay.
So speaking of doing the double, Carson Hocevar said he wants to do the double, much like his hero, Catherine Legg. Too much?
Who
too much at the end
also wants to maybe one day do the double.
But Bob Pocker said she can't.
He said no.
He said no.
Dude, this episode.
I think that Carson Hocevar should be allowed to do the double. I don't think he'd be good at it. In fact, I think Dale was like, too tall, you can't.
I know.
I think he said you're too tall for that ride.
He's like 6'4", but then Carson was like, yeah, but like my legs aren't that long. And I was like, all right, bud. I don't know.
They look
we can try. We have to try it. Or else he's just going to be dreaming about it for years. And then one day find out he's not tall enough. Like, we should just squash it now if height's going to be an issue.
Also, like, all these people complain about the bump day. What are we doing with that extra Honda engine now? Like, Andretti and Spire, literally owned by the same people, make it happen.
Something to think about.
But then people said that Chevy wouldn't allow it.
Well, I'll ask.
Okay. Why don't we just call Chevy up?
Why don't we just call her up? I'll ask.
Let them do it.
I don't know what I was going to say. I was definitely going to say... Oh, I think according to the rule book, which I did read, you can enter an entrant in the Indy 500 up to like 6 p.m. the Friday before. Now, I don't know when he would do the rookie stuff, seat fitting, whatever. But it's just something that's not for me to figure out. That's for him, you know?
Right. Exactly. Dead on. He kind of was like juicing the Indy 500, to be honest. He was talking about when he was at Brickyard. The whole time he was just thinking about the Indy 500, and I was like, he just like makes it real.
He said it was one of the first times he's ever truly smiled while racing a car, pretending he was winning the Indy 500, going flat out at the Brickyard during practice.
In a stock car.
in a car that does not even resemble an Indy car. But he was having so much fun, and they're like, "You're going too fast," and he's like, "I'm winning 9 to 500."
Now that's a rookie I could see on pole. Am I right, ladies?
Oh, for sure.
Get that man in an Indy car. You also highlighted he's been kind of having like a rock star week a little bit. You put something about his newspaper spread, which I was like, damn, this kind of looks big time. I don't know a lot about print media, but this kind of looks big time to me.
It is big time. In the New York Times, the Sunday New York Times, written by Jeff Gluck. Lord and Savior.
The Monday
Jeff
New York
Gluck.
Times. They couldn't have
Sunday.
written it. They can't write it before the race.
Well, it was after last Talladega. Right?
I don't know how newspaper works.
I'm
I
pretty
regret
sure
bringing it
his
up.
tweet said Sunday. But it was definitely over the past few weekdays or weekend days. But yeah, entire spread in the New York Times. Zooey Mama is what I said. But I guess he's the birthday.
He's the birthday. He's the birthday for real. That is so true, MJ. That was a great use.
I feel like Kevin Harvick. Like, yes.
That should be
Got
instead of like Kevin Harvick's like word of the week, it should be like phrase of the week. Absolutely. Like I want to hear Kevin Harvick attempt to use he the birthday.
I was gonna say I wrote down his phrase this week. Oh, he had to say cat's pajamas. That's what it was. Because I wrote it down and I circled it and I said, yuck.
No, and I second that, MJ. I really do.
Because he was talking about Corey Haim, and I was like, don't call him the cat's pajamas. He doesn't know what that means.
Speaking of Corey Haim, you had to apologize to me this week. Corey Haim. No. Fuck, I'm talking about Corey LaJoy. Fuck the Coreys, and fuck the Carsons, and fuck the Connors. Too many... I can't. Pick different names. Pick different names in NASCAR. The Chris's. You had to apologize to me about Corey LaJoy, not Corey Haim.
Yes. I think it ended up being 3 different Stacking Pennies clips that I found very interesting this week. And I was like, oh, man. Well, were they all Jimmy Johnson? Did I send you the Jeff Gordon one? Because I saw another one today that I almost sent you, but I was like, no. I'm already burning that bridge.
I think it was definitely all of the Jimmy Johnson ones because I was actually watching those clips going, I really like this clip. And then I was like, I think it might be because Jimmy Johnson's in it. I'm easily swayed in that way.
Yeah, I don't remember. One of them was explaining something we had a question on, but I don't remember what it was.
Also, I want to issue an apology from last week. I talked a lot of shit about Jason Kelsey coming to the NASCAR race. But speaking about talking about something we didn't really know that much about, he talked about like genuinely what he was doing as part of the pit crew for the O'Reilly race in Talladega. And it was very interesting. I'm not afraid to admit, I did not realize that they were putting the signs down to like the exact like they were changing the placement of where the car is supposed to come into the pit box. I thought like the sign was just like, hey, here's your pit box. I didn't know
this is your pit box.
Stop short, stop wide, stop. Like, I didn't know that you could even, we were even adjusting in that way. And then I learned that from all places, Jason Kelsey. And I was like, I now have egg on my face for talking so much mad shit. Egg on my face. Wow.
Egg on my face. But no, I thought that was very interesting. And then he also held the can, like he passed off one of the gas cans. I don't know. I'll say it. I think he's done wonders for NASCAR in the past week.
Yeah. I've been kind of working out lately, and my like thought process is like, what if I ever have to like stop a wheel at a pit stop or like pass off the gas can? And like, to be honest, right now I've been kind of rocking with like 10-pound dumbbells. So I'm like a little bit a ways off, but like it's good to have a goal in mind when you're working out.
Yeah.
So
I think in those situations though, like while you are training for it, I think your adrenaline would kick in. I think if need be, you could stop the car.
If it was
like as it came into the pit box.
Yeah. If you put me in like the pit stall, especially if a driver who I particularly liked, I would stop the car all right with my body, perhaps. But like, whatever need be. You know what I mean? Like if we're trying to get a good pit stop for somebody I like, I'm willing to make that sacrifice.
Yeah.
Yeah. We also wanted to highlight Carson Hocevar. Why is he at the Met Gala right now as we speak? What's that about?
I don't know. Yeah.
That's
He's doing a
crazy.
great job. It is crazy.
Like he's in a Dior suit. He's wearing a Rolex. He's stepping on the same stairs that Lewis Hamilton stepped on last year. Like that's the level Carson Hocevar, Lewis Hamilton, same.
Carson Hamilton. Denny Hamilton.
Denny Hamilton, as Stephen A. Smith would say.
What a weirdo.
That's crazy.
It is crazy. Yeah, I don't know why he's there. I don't know how he got an invite. I don't know what NASCAR has up their sleeves with this new generation of race car drivers, but feels pretty hell yeah to me.
I actually fuck heavy with like judging Met Gala outfits and stuff like that. Like, it's good to know NASCAR shares the same passions as me. That is pretty hell yeah.
Do you think it's because NASCAR on Prime's coming up?
And Jeff Bezos is a sponsor of the Met Gala.
I guess I don't know how many
whatever.
other athletes.
I haven't seen.
Yeah, I don't know.
I've literally seen zero. I think if it was a Prime situation, they would have sent Chase Elliott.
Yeah, and he would have. I think they probably tried
Hated
to.
it. They probably were like, please, Chase, what do we have to do? And he's like, not a chance. Not a chance.
Thanks.
No, I'm good. I don't know. Do you think a lot of people are saying that he's there specifically to meet Sabrina Carpenter? And I'm going to say something controversial here. I don't think that Sabrina Carpenter is the gal for Carson Hocevar. I have a thing about height differences. I think it would be too weird.
I just don't know if their matchinalities would person up.
Right. Okay, so on that note, let's talk about the race. Okay. Okay, I do want to say something funny that happened before the race. If that's okay, if I could say something funny that happened before the race.
Yeah, please.
I don't know who Cooper is. Is that his name, Cooper?
Cooper Flag.
Yeah.
I assume he's in color guard or something.
I think he might be. Yeah, marching band or something. I think he's just really good at the trumpet, something like that. They put him in the pace car as the honorary pace car driver, whatever. And Denny kind of told him like beforehand, like, I'll go fuck with the pace car for you. And then he actually did it. And
yeah, he bumped the pace car.
Yeah, he was bumping into it. You know what I mean? He kind of like doored it a little bit and then like went behind and bumped it from the back.
Had to travel through traffic to get up there, which I also thought was funny. But it also made me realize, like, he had enough time to travel through traffic, but we can't start the race when we say we're going to.
That added at least 3 extra caution laps.
I was like, come on, Denny. Get the show on the road.
Denny, do this another time. Take him on a hot lap or something. We can't participate in this.
No, it was funny. I wonder who that guy is. I'll look it up.
I think he actually is like a basketball player or something. I don't know.
Aren't they?
Who Cooper is. I don't know.
Oh, he's a basketball forward for the Dallas Mavericks. Rookie of the year. Guess how tall he is?
Is that the team that Tristan Thompson's on? No, not that one. I don't know any basketball players. I only know ones that dated like the Kardashians or something.
Tristan Thompson is Canadian?
Is he?
35? No, he plays for the Cleveland Cavaliers. I was going to say Cavaliers. I was like, oh, French.
Let me just see every
Who's
basketball
the person
player
who cheated on Megan the
that's
Stallion?
That's Klay Thompson. And I think what if he plays on that team?
Oh my God, he does.
He does? Cooper,
he
go
plays
get
for
your
the
boy.
Dallas. He's only 6'5" though, and Cooper is 6'9" and 19 years old.
So what you're saying is Klay Thompson's getting mogged on by Cooper.
He's getting height mogged.
Height mogged. Cooper, go get your boy. What are you doing at the fucking NASCAR race? Go beat up Clay Thompson, please. You have other things to do. Address the allegations.
Avenge her.
Avenge Megan Thee Stallion, and then we can fucking talk, Cooper. Okay, speaking of... I don't have a transition here. I just don't.
Speaking of NASCAR,
Todd Gilliland wrecked Christopher Bell while he was in the lead.
it was the moment he took the lead as well from Denny Hamlin. He got his shit absolutely rocked by Todd.
Like,
Todd was
literally
fine.
out for the day. Literally out for the day, and Todd was like, oops, might be. What?
Wait, but first I want to shout out our friends Spire, because they got their first ever front row lockout with Carson and Daniel.
Oh my god, Daniel Suarez.
Isn't that cute?
I didn't know he got second.
Yeah,
qualifying.
He did. That's why they were keeping their peepers on him, because he like kind of started the race doing fine, and then it's like, oh, it's not going well for Daniel Suarez. But then he came back, much like the Odyssey.
Okay. And what did he end in? What place did Daniel Suarez end in?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He was 6, and Carson Hocevar was 7th.
6, 7. He's a birthday.
He's the birthday. I hope the title of this is Carson Hocevar the birthday.
I don't know if I can get
not
away
clickbait.
With that. I don't know. Somebody who I think is along the same lines as Todd Gilliland. Different people, but I get them mixed up very easily. Eric Jones, guys, first ever stage win in Cup Series.
Nice.
Do you see what I'm saying? How those people could be interchangeable?
I get Eric Jones and Zane Smith mixed up.
Yep, he's one of them too.
I don't know what Zane Smith looks like. I think, gun to my head, if you were like, you have to point out Eric Jones, Zane Smith, or John Hunter Nemechek, I'd be like, can I call a friend?
No, I feel like John Hunter Nemechek I only know because he's a famous YouTuber. Which
That's
might
true.
I say, like, I've never met somebody who knows John Hunter Nemechek from YouTube. So who's watching the YouTube videos?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Is he more famous on YouTube than Cletus? No. But he's like 1 million subbies. He has a fucking plaque.
Yeah, but I've heard of Cletus. So.
Well, we're about to hear about fucking John Hunter Nemechek. Don't you worry. Never mind. We'll get to that in a second. Chase Elliott wins stage 2. I genuinely feel like this is the first time the winner of stage 2 has actually gone on to win the race this year. That could be a made up stat, but like I genuinely was like, what? Stage 2 matters now? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Never would have thought.
Who did that?
Spoiler alert. Chase Elliott wins. You put a little note here about Kyle Larson.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Do you want to share with the class?
Yeah, no, I can share. I wrote in all caps, ha ha ha, Kyle Larson spins on his own, exclamation point. Happy month of May, exclamation point. It's been 35 races since his last win, and then I did a colon and a capital D to express my enthusiasm.
Think of like this. Kyle Larson's last win was 35 races ago.
Which I don't know if that's true or not. That's just what Breakard said.
Stop plugging Breakard. I'm going to literally launch myself out of window. You know what? And I have beef with Breakard because the fact that he follows you on Twitter and you don't tweet anything, it's a wasted follow, Breakard.
That's not true.
Wasted follow.
He likes my tweets when I do tweet them every once in a while.
Wasted follow, Breakard. Let me know if you want to see some real tweets. It's over on Apex Andrea. Okay, bucko. MJ
Lord.
runs threads. We all know that. Okay, so I wanted to say, so Corey Haim spun with 11 to go in the race. I do want to say, though, he has been very impressive in his cup starts.
Phenomenal.
It's actually like crazy how good he's been doing. Like leading laps. I don't know if you added, I think you added this. He's led almost 70 laps in his cup starts.
I did.
That's kind of crazy, right?
Just last weekend. Right? No, that can't be true.
I know. No, I don't think he was
I don't know
there.
if it's true or not.
He did lead laps, though, this week at Texas.
Yeah.
And, like, I don't know. I think that's... I don't know what a rookie's supposed to look like in Cup Series, but I will say he's been more impressive to me than Connor Zilic, who I think is our only rookie this year. More impressive to me than Riley Herbst and SVG, who were our two rookies last year. Like, I don't know a lot about NASCAR and what you're supposed to be able to do the first time you get into a Cup car, but every time he has a Cup start, he's keeps it together and towards the front of the pack. Like, it's not even like a Jesse Love situation where, like, Jesse Love keeps it together, but, like, he keeps it together in the back and he's, like, minding my own business back here. I will say, though, Corey fell victim to what many of people did, which is just spinning yourself out.
He did.
In Texas.
Yeah.
Didn't take anybody out, though. Took all the damage on himself and then pieced out for the day.
Which was too bad because he was looking at a good finish. Yeah. But, I mean, all the 2311 cars did decently well by the end, thankfully. But who's going to snatch him up for next season? Somebody's gotta.
If they don't give him a Cup car next season, you and I start a team.
Okay, we'll call it 2212.
Yep, that's exactly what we'll call it, and nobody will know any different. I don't know the Roman numerals for 12 though. We'll
it's X for II. You don't know your Roman numerals, fool.
You know your Roman numerals?
I do. Yeah, I do.
Why?
Because they're like chapter titles. Like, they'll put like Roman numerals.
Yeah, I read it and I go, chapter whatever, I guess.
Your brain just does like a little mumble at that point. Chapter.
No, literally. It just glares right over that.
It's like, fine if you didn't want me to know.
Yeah, I didn't know we were fucking writing in code. Whatever.
That's funny.
So can we talk about Kyle Busch? Because I don't know what this man's problem is, but what is his problem? So I think it started initially with him early in the race. He's like bitching out about Carson Hocevar. Carson Hocevar does literally something. I don't even know really what he did to him. I guess he like kind of came down in front of him a little too close.
A little bit, was like, yeah. But like even the broadcast was like, I think that was totally fine. Like, it wasn't that big of a deal. But I think it actually started earlier than that. I was telling you earlier as I was watching.
He got in the car.
From the day he was born.
Literally from the day he was born, Kyle Busch came out and he's like, fuck this.
But earlier in the race, he was having a spat because he got a new crew chief. It sounded like he was having a spat with his crew chief over, like, a miscommunication where the crew chief was kind of being like, I understand this is wrong with the car, just, like, keep your head down and keep going. And Kyle Busch was like, what do you want me to do? Type thing. And then the spotter comes in and he's like, no, Kyle, I don't think he was upset with you. I think he was just letting you know he understands what's going on right now and just to power through it. And then we have this Carson thing. So he's already hot for no reason. And then Carson exists.
He goes, this is why nobody likes this guy. Like, he's such a fucking asshole. Like, just, like, losing his mind over Carson Hocevar existing. And his crew chief goes, like, okay, well, like, we're on our way to 2 top 10 finishes in a row. So, like, let's, eye on the prize. Like, let's calm down and not ruin today for ourselves. And Kyle Busch, he's like, okay, psych major. Like, I was just saying, I don't freaking like that guy. And then he goes, put an ice pack between your crotch, which I think, I don't know
an ice pack on your crotch.
That must mean something to men.
I don't know. Maybe. But when he said, okay, psych major, his voice cracked. And so I was like, oh, bet you feel stupid now.
Okay, anti-intellectualism. He literally was like, what do you have, like a fucking degree or something? Shut the hell up.
And it's literally just his spotter being like, bro, this is like maybe the first time we're going to finish in the top 10 in, 3 years now? Please just don't fuck this up for us.
Well, just on time, really, at the end, he decides to fuck things up for himself. And John Hunter Nemechek, I guess, came down in
No.
front of him.
He
I don't
no,
know.
it was no. I'll tell you what happened. I'll tell you what happened. I'm
know
here.
what he
I've
was
just
mad
watched
about.
it. It was he moved up into John Hunter Nemechek, who was not clear, moved up into him, and then was pissed that John Hunter Nemechek was occupying that space that
he was already
wanted to be
occupying.
Yes, precisely. And so they kind of like give each other like some little love taps to be like, I'm really the thing that you did really affected me in a negative way, and I want to make that known.
Okay.
And then Kyle Busch just fully like dumps him.
Yeah. And then at the end, he kind of says like something like, he doesn't deny it. He basically is just like, well, just don't race me like that if you don't want to be raced like that. And it's just like, dude, all you had to do was just like have a good finish today. That's genuinely all you had to do today, Kyle Busch.
And guess where he did finish?
I can't wait to hear this number.
P20. After running in the top 10 for a hot bunch of the race.
I'm not a psych major, but something tells me we could have maybe put an ice pack in our crotch and gotten the fuck over this and not done this. Like literally, why did you do this to yourself? Like, you're getting mad over John Hunter Nemechek. Like, you goofed. You can't let John Hunter Nemechek rage bait you like that.
And John Hunter Nemechek, like, simply didn't do anything. Like, he really didn't. And, like, I don't know. It was...
And then...
Kyle, you almost had it. You almost, like, had it together
you
this
almost
race.
did it. We all could have gone to
Kyle
Cheddar's
Busch.
and gotten a fucking croissant and some queso, and instead, here we are. And then, on pit road after the race, there's pictures taken of John Hunter Nemechek, and his face is bloody, and people start conspiratorizing that there was, like, this major fight on pit road, and everybody's like, why is there no footage of this? And it's like, turns out it didn't even happen. John Hunter Nemechek was just having, like, a severe nosebleed
bloody
in the car.
nose.
But it was so funny that people thought, like, this was worthy of even fighting. Like, I'm like, if there was a fight, just so you guys know, I'm on John Hunter Nemechek's side, which is crazy.
100%. Kyle Busch, I think maybe it's time to hang it up.
Hang up the boots, girl.
Hang up, girl. It's not working
girl,
for you anymore.
Girl, hang up the boots. It's not worth it. You'd be so much more intriguing to me if you just joined as a full-time cast member of your wife's podcast. I think I would have a lot more with you there. I think that
or even in the booth. He does well in the booth.
Yeah, sure. Get him up there. Do you think that we could get invited onto Oversharing or whatever the name of his wife's podcast is? Do you think we have anything to share with her? I tell her my deepest, darkest secret.
I was going to say, I have plenty I would share with that woman. 100%. You get me on that comfy little couch, get my little feet propped up, give me a glass of wine, whatever you want, Samantha. Like, I'll tell you whatever.
Let's share.
I just don't know if we have the allure, the NASCAR allure for her.
Maybe someday.
Yeah.
Speaking of fighting on the radio, do you want to talk me through the Ryan Preece and Ty Gibbs beef that we now apparently have?
I don't...
Another thing that I'm just like, it didn't really look that severe to me, but Ryan Preece said he's mad, so I'm on his side, I guess.
It also didn't look that severe to me. There was a moment where it was like right after I think Ty Gibbs had pitted and was working his way back up in the field, and he had gone below Ryan Preece, and it was in a manner at which Ryan Preece was upset with. Did I see anything there? Who cares what I think? You know?
Okay.
Who cares? Who cares what I think? And he like goes on like a 15-second rant about him. I don't know. I truly don't know.
I hate when like people like him have fast cars.
Fast race cars, yes.
Like he's such a, like he was just like basically calling him a Nepo baby. And then like kind of losing his mind of like, he just races like an idiot, whatever. And then my favorite part is he goes, end rant.
Rant over. He goes, I'm sorry guys, I just have to rant for 15 seconds. And I was like, that's such a mean, like he wants the mean card is what he wants. He's like, can I have the mean card? I don't like that Ty Gibbs kid.
Can I have the Be Mean card, and we're like, Ryan, honey, you have an unlimited line of credit on the Can I Be Mean card. Go for it, honey.
But he did kind of get into the back of him and send him into the wall. Although I don't think it was in a retaliation way like the Kyle Busch thing blatantly was, but I don't think it wasn't not. I don't think was not also.
He didn't try. He didn't try not to. He might have just leaned into it a bit.
You know, like at the end of the day, the heart wants what it wants.
I don't think this is like if we had Austin Hill white gloves on, smoking guns sort of situation. I don't think it was that severe, but maybe it was a little on purpose.
Yeah, I'm not proud of Ryan in that moment, but I mean, a diva's got to do what a diva's got to do.
Do you think that there should be punishment for maybe less of the Ryan Preece situation, because we've already established that Ryan Preece can do no wrong in our eyes? But do you think there should be punishment for maybe the Kyle Busch situation if it is determined that he for sure purposely wrecked John Hunter Nemechek?
I don't.
Or
like,
do you
part
think
of me wants to be like yes. No, part of me wants to be like yes, but I think part of Kyle Busch's punishment is like he has to continue to be Kyle Busch.
That's punishment enough.
You know, like he's going to have to like this is going to be the rest of the season for him, and however much longer he decides to draw this out for all of us.
He's doing 25 to life, no parole in that car. So maybe if you're in an RCR car for that like duration of the season, maybe that's punishment enough.
Yeah, if he does it again, I think there should definitely be, I guess I don't really know if there should be punishment. I'm new here. I don't know the only time I've ever seen somebody like purposefully wreck somebody out was Austin Dillon when he wrecked out Joey Logano and Denny Hamlin. It was the coolest goddamn thing I've ever seen. And then I started watching NASCAR. So I don't really know if I have any cards to play here.
Also, I think that Joey Logano was wrecked out again this weekend.
Yeah.
Is he serving 25 to life right now? Like, what's his deal?
It was Joey Logano. Oh, he hit Cole Custer. When did he get wrecked out?
Was it in the pit lane?
Is that what did it? Because that was Cole Custer.
Maybe. I don't know. I just saw him in the leaving the medical center and them interviewing him. And I'm like, this again, Joey? What are you doing here? Seems like we're always meeting you here, girl. you got a punch card at the infield care center or something? Like, what's going on?
I think that was it, and he fucked a toe link. I think that's what happened. I think Cole Custer took him out.
You get taken out by Cole Custer.
I didn't even know that guy was here.
Delete yourself from the chase. It's not happening.
I will say,
okay.
I feel like NASCAR has been like a little bit more interesting this year with the chase format. Like, it's not as much like the stage points do still like very clearly matter, but I don't know, I just feel like we have more like full race racing. Not at every track, obviously, because like there are some snoozers, like Talladega was a snoozer until the end, but I don't know. I'm happy with what we've got cooking right now.
I think it's interesting to see maybe the people that are like the consistency folks be rewarded that I normally didn't pay any attention to. Like, did RFK have a good day today?
All three of them in the top 10.
Yeah, that's what, like, those are three people that, like, if we were still in the playoff situation, they would be hurting right now. But they've actually been doing kind of good.
Actually, that might be a lie.
Okay, well, I liked it.
But anyways, they did fine. They did fine. It's not a big deal. They did fine.
I liked it when you said it.
Yeah, we can subscribe to that. Busher had a good race, but when doesn't Busher have a good race? Am I right, ladies?
You were getting some love for your Chris Busher take. People liked it. People said, nice. MJ knows wheel. She knows a lot of wheel when she said that Chris Busher's underrated. Speaking of consistency, Chase Elliott wins. Consistency king put a win under the belt.
Second win this early.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. Good for Chase Elliott. I mean, as our resident Chase Elliott fan, Do you have some thoughts?
Sick. Couldn't happen to any better Hendrick besides Alex Bowman. But I'll take what I can get.
We'll take what we can get. Was he in his prime get-up? I think he was in his prime get-up.
He was in the one with like the black or I guess the new one this year just has the black stripes, but yeah, he was in his prime getup.
Love ya, NASCAR and prime. Can't wait to be back. Yeah, Chase Elliott. They sound the alarm. You know the Beyonce song?
Siren. Oh,
yeah.
Yes.
We should take a pilgrimage there to that place that has the Chase Elliott wind
That
siren.
could be fun. I'd be down.
Isn't it in Georgia?
Georgia. Mm-hmm.
What else is in Georgia that we could go to racing related?
Atlanta.
Petit Le Mans. Georgia?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
That's
We'll do
Atlanta.
that. Petit Le Mans. I don't know. Maybe I'm making that up.
Petit. Yeah, because it's at Road Atlanta.
Okay, you had some other people you wanted to shout out here. Alex Bowman, how'd he do?
He got 1, 2, 3.
He got in third place?
I think so. That's what I wrote down.
Okay. What about Daniel Suarez? We already said he got 6.
6.
He's the 6 of the 6-7. Riley Herbst, question mark? You wrote that?
He got P11. And he was running in the top 15 like the whole race. Didn't know he could do that.
I didn't know either. I think he usually gets wrecked out before he has the chance.
Yeah. But I think him having competition with like Corey Haim as like the favorite youngest, I think it works well for him.
Really sparked something in him, you think?
Yeah, apparently.
Do you have anything else you want to say about NASCAR?
I'm excited for Watkins Glen.
Yeah, W women.
For the women.
W.
Women.
It took you a second, but we got there.
I know.
Speaking of women, do we want to talk about IndyCar? Because that kind of feels like it's for women too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we had no race, but we did have cars on track this week, and so we'll talk a little bit about testing in a moment. But I wanted to talk about Mick Schumacher. First of all, he has had maybe a little bit of an underwhelming performance than what people would have expected of Mick Schumacher, and I feel like he started to kind of get that narrative of people being like, when is it going to click for Mick Schumacher? When is he going to have his big standout performance? First of all, I would like to say, is there a chance that it's this week at the Indy GP? I mean, this is the track that he tested on. RLL notoriously, for some reason, is really good at just the Indy GP. Do we think that it's a Mick Schumacher Fast 6 appearance incoming?
Yeah, probably.
Don't sound so excited about it. The only thing that could potentially be a problem for this is that he revealed this week that he was missing a piece of his wrist after the St. Pete crash? What do we mean by that?
Right. Well, that's what I want to know. I said, where'd it go?
Yeah, I mean, can we find that piece? I don't know.
So,
that seems severe.
Funnily enough, I broke my wrist playing volleyball back way back in the day. You can see for the viewers at home, I have a scar
Bella
here.
Swan of you. That's so Bella Swan.
That I'm so pale that you can't see that I broke my wrist playing volleyball. Yeah, it is. But I actually similarly was missing a piece of my wrist. However, it was because of like a growth plate, and I was much younger. He's old enough that his growth plates should have fused. But so what I'm assuming, he's just a growing boy. He's just a little guy.
He's growing.
I'm assuming because that's what he said. He said, I'm missing a piece of my wrist. So what I'm assuming is there's just like a piece of it, because it is like a bunch of like little guys in there before it fuses up. Yep, in case you're wondering. So I'm assuming just like a chunk of it's not missing. It's in there. But
floating around.
So he's having wrist problems, and he just recently told us about it. Since St. Pete, his crash at St. Pete, where he was taken out by Santino Ferrucci and nobody else.
Literally lap 1 of his IndyCar career. He's like, whoa, okay, breaking wrist. I think that they said that he was like delaying a surgery, but that there would be a surgery just at the end of the
Until
season.
after the season. Yeah, which, okay, whatever.
At least he didn't
Sounds
do it while
good.
biking.
No, it's actually National Bike Safety Awareness Month. So everyone wear a helmet.
Said, I would like to hear more about that.
He said, there's a whole month? Crazy. Or maybe it was April. Might have been April.
Lance Stroll also broke his wrist riding a bike.
Riding a bike is hard, and I'm tired of people pretending it's not.
I just think, like, as motorsports personalities, like, maybe we give up the bike shit. You know what I mean? Like, I'm tired of the bike injuries.
Yeah.
Just, like,
skateboard or something. Nerds.
Yeah. Learn to inline skate like a real man, please.
They all just do, what is it called? The derby stuff? Roller derby?
Yeah, learn how to roller derby like a grown man, please.
Yeah.
Mick Schumacher also getting canceled by the IndyCar community. So he gave a controversial IndyCar testing interview with Marshall Pruitt. Basically, he, after day one, Marshall Pruitt was like, that was sick. How sick was that? Like, don't you just love IMS? And he literally responded with, like, I was a little bit more impressed by Phoenix. And as you can imagine, the IndyCar community did not take to that well. I didn't know this. I don't know if you knew this. I did not know that there was rumors that IMS was, like, able to curse somebody, like, had that ability. I didn't know that that was a thing. But that's what the streets are saying. The streets are saying he's cursed.
Damn. He is already, like, we already knew that, though. Like, with the rest of his season, we knew that.
But people were saying that he made her mad. Specifically her. They said she, her pronouns for IMS.
No, I think she's understanding. And she gets that he's German and he's just like that.
That's literally what
also
some people were saying, like, that's just how German people are. Like, does IMS take that into consideration?
They also ask him after he's only done the first 2 phases of rookie testing. They're like, so how was that? Was it the sickest thing ever? He's, like, not going full speed. He's out there by himself. There's nobody in the stands. It's like, Marshall, it's not going to have its sparkle yet.
She's not sparkling.
And she doesn't have her sparkle right now. She knows it, too.
Yeah, she didn't really take the offense to that. I don't know. I think what maybe I could see her, like, getting a little jealous over the Phoenix comment. I think that was maybe a bit too far.
But to be fair, Phoenix was pretty
sparkly. Yeah,
with like all the mountains behind, packed crowd. Look, he just hasn't seen her full potential yet. And I'm not saying a woman has to get all dolled up to meet her full potential. I'm just saying this is first introductions. He's working on a lot. He's dealing with the fact that he's signed his life away to RLL. Like, there's a lot of other factors happening that might take away from the sparkle that she already has, even though she has not reached what she, in my opinion, would consider her full potential.
Also, like, he went to Homestead. Homestead's kind of sparkly. For his testing, his oval testing, he was at Homestead.
Oh, shit, really?
Pretty sparkly. Like, he's been to some sparkly tracks, guys. Give him some grace. Watch, he's going to go to the Milwaukee Mile, and he's going to be like, now I'm getting this IndyCar thing. This is great. This is the fucking marquee event, right, guys? This is what we're here for. This is what I'm fucking talking about, a doubleheader, Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally understand now. You guys should have started with this. Lead with this next time. It's great. I don't think he's canceled. He gave a second interview where he was like, I'm sorry to Mrs. IMS. I'll never do it again. And he goes, what I meant to say was what makes IMS so special is the fans. Do you believe him, or do you think that was PR?
I definitely think there was someone behind the camera telling him what to say. I think he's too afraid to have any feelings right now.
With a gun.
I may or may not. Yeah, perhaps.
Okay. Do we want to talk about testing? You are our expert on all things Indy 500 testing, so give us the rundown, MJ. Please inform me. Oh, okay. She's finding her notes. You're like that Russell Brand meme when he's like flipping through the Bible.
No, don't compare me to him.
That was such a...
He's like, it's something. It's somewhere in
It's
here.
in
Okay.
Isaiah.
But he didn't say Isaiah. He said it funny. Anyways, it doesn't matter. Bad guy. He should probably go to jail for a very, very long time. Rookie testing happened and oval refresher testing happened. The main takeaways there were not a whole lot. Catherine Legg had issues. She had issues with her clutch. Yikes. That was a big issue. And then was able to finally get out and do like an install lap with it was like 16 minutes to go of this 2-hour session that she had. And then they couldn't see her on the transponder.
Yeah, that was like an extra stab in the back, mind you. They're like,
Yes.
she's finally out, and then they're like, fuck, we can't find her. I was like,
They can't see her.
Look
Where,
harder.
Catherine? Open your eyes.
Y'all got spiders
So she
up there?
didn't
Like,
end
what
up-
the hell?
She didn't end up completing her oval refresher that day. They gave her a little slot of time to do it on day 2, so she is fine. We also got new speedway flaps, which is really exciting. If you're familiar with NASCAR, we actually just spent like 40 minutes talking about NASCAR. So if you're familiar with NASCAR, they have these little flaps on their cars that essentially, and they're made to keep the car down on the ground, so it's not doing any crazy flips or anything, as we have seen at IMS. So they have 2 new safety flaps. One's on the attenuator, and the other one, I don't know. Couldn't tell you. If I had a car in front of me, I'd point to it, but can't do that.
Can I be honest? I'm not an engineer, but I was not convinced by those puny little flaps they were showing us. I was like, guys,
I know.
They have like Ryan Priest's car decked out with every flap known to mankind, and that motherfucker's still flipping. Like, those puny little flaps are not going to do shit.
Apparently, it's also supposed to help with them going like backwards, like what we saw with Scotty Mack earlier this season. Whether it'll work, I'm sure we'll see a demonstration, knowing how crazy it gets at IMS. What else did we learn?
On day
what did
one?
I write up here? Well, just in general. Oh, the dryer and rainbow cars, the DNRR cars.
I don't think I've ever heard somebody say it so slowly and emphasize each syllable.
Dryer and rainbow. How do you say it?
Dry rainbow.
Okay, well, you're not saying all the syllables. Dry rainbow.
I know.
Yeah, the
like
Red Bull racing cars.
It's when I see Roman numeral.
Connor Daly and Jack Harvey were cooking. That's really all I have to say on that.
Jack
and
Harvey
then he did
got
get
set
cooked.
on fire. Yeah.
Yes, his car did end up.
His car.
No, he was fine, but there was a lot of smoke. That was on day 2, near the end, after he had been cooking. Fastest in multiple sessions. That man is crazy. Without tow. Kyle Collette, day 2, he, after completing his whole rookie orientation program, ended up being the fastest with tow. So that's cool. I would not have put my bingo cards on that. Once again, I'm getting Robert Schwartzman in a way that I didn't think I would be getting Robert Schwartzman. But that was pretty exciting. Also, Roman Grosjean hit a bird, and we had to talk about it for much longer than I wish we would have. Just as a community.
And then PETA got mad at him. Because he made it sound like the bird doesn't have feelings, and PETA France was
he doesn't anymore.
MJ, please, I don't want to get canceled by PETA. Just apologize to camera, please.
But sorry, PETA.
You guys are so silly. I loved you in Hunger Games. I don't understand what it was with these little animals. There was also a little fox on track, and they had to stop.
There was a fox. Did you see the squirrel at Texas that they were trying to chase down that was on track?
I did. Like, they apparently had to use like a lot of time doing that squirrel shit.
Just let him be. Like, he'll leave when he hears the cars and gets scared. But
he'll run away.
Yeah. That's what we learned from testing, but we also didn't learn anything from testing because like half of them didn't even have their Indy 500 cars. So everyone had fun, and that's all that matters.
Yeah, they were just kind of getting out there, knocking the rust off. Ryan Hunter-Reay was in a purple car, and they like later announced his sponsor. I don't know, it's some sports betting thing. I don't know, but he's gonna have a purple car for the actual race. You like that?
Is he having one for the actual race?
Yeah, I just said he did. I don't know things, but I think that their logo's purple. Why wouldn't it be purple?
Because it's the Jimmy Johnson brand. I thought it was blue.
No, I think he's sponsored by gambling now. Jimmy
Oh,
Johnson must have been like, I'm not using my brand on you. You could use the gambling
he's
money.
doing Trumba Casino?
No, that he'd probably win if he was. It's like draft picks or something. Something
Oh,
purple.
I guess I didn't know that. Well, congratulations on a purple car.
I think it's gonna look like this.
Oh.
Purple and orange. I'm exposed for using a ring light. Um they took it to Miami and they freaked it. Took it to my bed. Sorry. That happened. Sorry. Jeez. Also, they asked Christian Rasmussen, they asked him to speak up and speak out about his preferred nickname between Rasmanian Devil and Sultan of Sketch, which nobody uses except for Townsend. He keeps trying to make that happen. Nobody likes it. Nobody cares. And he just said he doesn't like either of those, and he just wants us to call him Christian Rasmussen. And they kind of were like, that's interesting. We're not going to do that, though.
I know. James eventually came back around on it, and he's like, well, since he did say he didn't like either of them, I guess we won't do it. But immediately he was like, you don't get to pick your nickname.
They bullied him. They were like, okay, so shut the hell up, nerd. We're going to call you whatever we want to call you.
We're going to call you the Rasmanian Devil.
And
but
you're gonna
he's like, well, my friends call me Raz. James like, no. I don't call you
your
that.
friends are dumb. You know, like those little candies that you could get at Cracker Barrel that were like gum, that were called, I swear they were called like Razzlers or something. I swear. You never had those?
No, and I believe you.
You didn't ever venture into Razzlers?
I feel like I did. Did they have the bumps on the top?
Yeah. They were
yeah, I do. I am
Smarties, kind of. Yeah, Razzles. A classic nostalgic candy introduced in
from 13 going on 30. That was a good year.
1966. When I used to work at a restaurant in high school, a fish dinner on Fridays would cost, 2 fish dinners on a Friday would cost $19.69. And when 2 old people would come in and order 2 fish dinners, and then I would go to check them out and go, your total is $19.69. They would always go, that's a good year. I can't wait to do that someday. I can't. And we could like throw a little motorsports in there too. Like,
that's a good year.
Your total's gonna be 2026. I'm gonna be like, I remember that. That was the year that Carson rode the Dente. And they're gonna be like, sir, please. I mean, ma'am.
They're gonna swiftly misgender and dismiss you.
Yeah, it's gonna be really brutal. This new generation of kids is crazy. I am really excited for Kyle Collette. I would like him to make himself a story in May, because I feel like he's really been in the background. But like, if there was ever a time to use an AJ Foyt car to your advantage, would be as a rookie at the 500.
And he's won on an oval. You know who hasn't won on an oval?
Santino Ferrucci.
Well, I was gonna say Dennis Hauger.
Oh, I just wanted to put Santino on fraud watch. I don't know what Santino.
No. Don't put him on fraud watch. He's doing fine.
Just kidding. He's actually doing splendid.
He's okay. He's fine.
Best he's ever done. Hate that guy. Sorry, who said that? Anything else you want to say about IndyCar? Oh, the race this weekend.
The race is on Saturday. Do not forget. The race is on Saturday. But it's IMS, so you can skip it if you want. It's the road.
No,
it's the road course.
You can't say that. You can't say that. Even though
if you wanted to skip it, I wouldn't be mad at you. I would get it.
Yeah, we'll tell you guys what happens if you don't want to watch it. That's.
I actually don't think I'll be able to watch it live, so.
Why?
I'll have a dance recital.
Oh my god, you're dancing again?
Yeah.
That's
Tap.
exciting. Tap. She's got a tap solo.
Because I have a
Um,
tap recital on Saturday, so I won't be able to watch the race. Will you please let me know if Red Hunter Ray wins?
she's doing it to Chicago, all that jazz. It's a great
Mm-hmm.
number.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, choreographed by Abby Lee Miller. She's gonna be a star, folks. Um, I will be watching the race. Also, a reminder that they do have stuff on Friday. They kind of like smush everything together on Friday. So I believe it's like the practices and the qualifying is on Friday, and then obviously the race on Saturday. Um, why do they do that? Is it just because they go into like Indy 500 mode the next week, like so early in the week they start practicing that they just like are like, oh, we'll give them a Sunday off? Like, why do they do it on Saturday? So random.
I feel like I used to know this answer, but okay. Yeah, probably.
Do you think Alex Palou is going to win again?
Yes.
Me too. Somebody's got to stop that guy. Okay, Formula One. We have something to talk about for Formula One this week. You learned how to log in to Apple TV.
I did. I did a good job.
Was it hard?
Yes.
Yes. They got to work on that. You have some notes here at the beginning of the Formula One section. You wanted to talk about the special livery for VCARB.
Yep. I said yellow V-carb suit looks like pea pants, but I like yellow.
They do kind of look like pea pants. I like the yellow cars though.
Yeah. I've never been thrilled with a outfit with a fire suit in Formula One. I've never seen one been like, I think that was a good idea. I think it's more about the cars. They make the men ugly to make the cars sexy. It's like give and take.
Yeah.
Checks and balances.
They gotta, yeah. Yeah. You can't have sexy driver suit and sexy car.
Exactly.
I think that it's to highlight the Red Bull summer flavor, which is like some sort of lime
Lemon?
or something. It's like a lime. We should try
That's
it.
green. Okay, we can try it.
I wish they were green. I like green more than
I
piss
like
yellow.
green too. Do they have something we were talking about with testing? Me and the commentators I was at work. There are 6 green cars this year for the Indy 500, and green is like notoriously bad luck at the racetrack. So that just surprised me. I'm so glad we as a generation have decided bad luck doesn't exist. But anyways, back to the pea pants.
Back to the pea pants. They specifically put yellow in the crotch area of the driver's seat, which
It looked
I
like
definitely
pea.
think you could have avoided that. So like it's not an unavoidable
Yeah, it
problem.
didn't have to.
You did say that you liked the purple suits that Mercedes was wearing, though. So what's the truth?
Yeah.
You say that you can't have good suits, and then you immediately contradict yourself.
I'm not saying no, and hear me when I say this. I liked the suits. Am I saying they are good? No. Absolutely not. I'm saying they looked like Alex Bowman, and that brought a bit of warmth into my heart.
I don't like how they didn't make the car purple. Like, I'm like,
know.
What do you mean? Like the car is just regular schmegular, and then you guys are purple? What the fuck is that about?
If you're gonna be a sellout, be a sellout. Like, this is embarrassing.
We put literal wolves on the car last time we were out in Formula One. So we can put wolves on the car, but we can't make the car purple.
Interesting.
I feel like it's misogynistic. I just haven't figured out how yet.
I'm with you.
Speaking of how drivers present themselves, I just wanted to give a shout out every time we go racing in F1. I am amazed and astounded by this man. Juan Pablo Montoya refuses to put on an outfit for being a presenter for F1 TV that is not the baggiest pants you've ever seen and the baggiest white t-shirt you've ever seen in sneakers. And like it is such like I've come to realize like the amount of aura that gives you. Like I think the next time we go out to the track, I think I'm going to try that. Like just baggy clothes, like nondescript, no brand, no style, because I think it almost like gives like a, oh, you guys put on your best outfit for this. That's funny.
This is just a casual Sunday for me.
Yeah, catch me at the track in the Juan Pablo Montoya fit. I think it's so good. I think especially when you put it next to James Hinchcliffe, who's wearing the skinniest pants I think you could possibly find.
Yeah,
and
he does do
like
that, doesn't he?
the skinniest little button-up shirt. It's like Two opposites, you know what I mean? Beautiful stuff. James was back on F1 this week. A lot of people are lying. I'm immediately lying. Like, two people were mad at him on Twitter for this. Do you think he's a big sellout for going on F1 TV when we're not racing in an IndyCar?
No.
She's unsure, folks. She's thinking about it. Speaking of being a big sellout, we started the story and we're gonna finish it. We talked about Lewis Hamilton going to Coachella. This man went to press this week in Miami and said that he was working all during the 5-week break. He was like, I was in Italy the whole time working. And the presenter was like, well, how is Coachella? And he goes, oh, I went there just for Justin Bieber's performance and I flew out before the day was even over. Like, I literally didn't even stay the night at Coachella.
He was at the beach with Kim. I saw the pictures of him at the beach with Kim.
This is where the press doesn't press hard enough. Keep pressing him. He's a little liar. You were not in Italy the whole time. Why even lie? We have photographic evidence. He's so insane. He's so insane. Why even lie about that?
It's what Persephone told him to do. Said deny, deny, deny.
Deny, deny, deny. I think it's so funny though. Like, it's just such a stupid thing to lie about. Like, we gotta like make sure that we don't let this go. We can't let this go. Anyways, I also wanted to highlight Colton Herta was racing this weekend in Miami in Formula 2. He set the fastest time in practice, and everybody was like, Colton Herta is a motorsports mastermind. They were like, he's never even seen the track. He's never been on the track. And that's just why he's so much better than all these little Formula 2 teenagers. He's in his home soil and he's in a home field advantage. And then he immediately got fucked over in qualifying. He qualified P14.
But he does that.
Not good.
He does that. Like, that's a Colton thing. Like, he did that even when he was back with us.
Yeah. So in both the sprint race and the Formula 2 like main race, he started in P14 and he ended, I think, one of them in P7 and one of them in P8. So like made up quite a bit of ground. And I literally was like, this is Colton Herta. Like, this is just like what he does, I guess. He's going to be in Canada in 2 weeks. He's kind of doing exactly the amount he needs to do to get his super license. I think that they said he needed to finish like P8 or something in F2 plus do the practice sessions, and then he got his super license. And I think he's like probably right around like P8 or something in the championship. I love my bare minimum king. Keep doing the bare minimum, Colin. Keep him guessing. He's so funny. Okay, sprint race for F1. I just wanted to highlight that it was the first McLaren win for Lando Norris this year. He won the sprint race, and he was followed by Oscar in second and third for Charles. You'll notice I didn't say either of the Mercedes. I think that we might be seeing the end of Mercedes domination. It was short-lived, and I genuinely do think that the changes that they made / the month-long break maybe gave the other teams a chance to catch up. Do you think that George and Kimi are kicking themselves?
No. I think sometimes when I get really warm and sticky, I don't do well either. And I think being in Miami, I think this was just a hard weekend for them. Plus, I think all McLaren has is Miami at the end of the day. So...
No, that's so true. Lando was doing it for the fan service, really.
It was fan service. Did they make because I remember that they were like, we know that you found this loophole, and that's kind of like the whole point of this engineering series that we've created, but actually all the other teams are really mad at you, so you actually have to change it. Did they already do that for Mercedes?
So I think that it was supposed to be after Canada, but I think that it specifically was written that it was like after X amount of races, this will take effect, and that might have been impacted by those 2 races being canceled. So it might not anymore be Canada. I don't actually... I know it wasn't this week, I guess. It's either after Canada or potentially a little bit into the European leg. But I mean, McLaren obviously has that illegal engine because they're a Mercedes engine supplied team. So I wouldn't say that it necessarily means McLaren domination starts now, but McLaren definitely looked like a little bit closer to what they were last year rather than what they have been thus far. It doesn't even really matter though, because like they had the DNSs and like all just like the shenanigans in early in the season that it kind of feels like Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri are just like winning races for the love of the game. I don't think they're actually like in championship fight mode. So he was
No.
just, yeah, just fan service basically. But in qualifying, we saw George have a pretty bad Q3, and he ended up in fifth for the main race qualifying while his teammate was on pole. So even if Kimmy and George aren't kicking themselves, George might be kicking himself because he seems to be losing out to a teenager in the moment where the lights are brightest. What do you think's going on in George's psyche?
I don't know. Because part of me is like, I think with any other pairing on the grid, I would be like, I think that's going to shake him. You know, I really think
Yeah.
that's going to light a fire under his ass. George just feels like he always has a fire under his ass. Like he always, even when he's not in championship contention, like there was a good part of last season where he was acting like he was. And we were all like, George, honey, like like the math, it's not going to play out in your favor. Like there's no way that you can
Yeah.
get this done. He's like, well, there's still a chance. It's like 2%.
So,
I'd give him a few more races of maybe getting his ass kicked by Kimmy. And then I'd be like, maybe we'll see a change in him. But he's just so much like, that's just kind of the mentality he's always in. So I don't think he shakes as easily as I think other drivers do.
yeah.
And if he does, he doesn't show it. He does a really good job of not showing it.
Yeah, like he is maybe a little bit frustrated on the radio, like, oh, that wasn't a good run. We got to do better, whatever. But he does kind of have that we got to do better mentality. He doesn't shut down. He doesn't go,
Right.
we're so fucked. He just goes, moving on. Like, next, please. He also doesn't like Miami. I think he said that. I don't think he like fucks with Miami. So I don't know if he was like expecting this to be his best weekend anyways. Um, so if all else fails, you can just like make that excuse, George. You can make the hot and sticky argument MJ made.
It's hot and sticky. I don't perform well when I'm hot and sticky.
Don't like. Um, we also saw Isaac Hadjar struggle in qualifying. He actually ended up getting disqualified and had to start at the back of the pack. But beyond that, he was also just going exceptionally slower than Max Verstappen, who came out this weekend actually looking a little bit closer to the Max Verstappen that we're expecting, as far as like qualifying pace and whatnot. Kind of seems like the Red Bull second seat curse starts now. And I don't know if Isaac is really equipped to deal with that. He seemed very frustrated with the media after qualifying, even before he was disqualified, just kind of being like, I don't understand where this pace difference is coming from. But I saw somebody talking about the breakdown Alex Albon once gave about being the second driver at Red Bull. And he was like, it starts off with like the car being in a pretty neutral, like could suit either driver. But as updates come on, it will slowly just make it look worse and worse and worse. And so Isaac might have started being like, I was right where I needed to be. Me and Max were like in the same plane of existence. But they brought an update and it's already started potentially. He could be left in the dust.
I think that's so dumb. Red Bull, please. Yeah. Red Bull, please. You need two drivers who can perform. You need it. you need it.
Have two drivers. You literally have to.
You can't. Max can drive a tractor. Okay, help Isaac out a little bit. Max is gonna be fine.
I do feel bad because I don't think he's as good at like keeping his cool as like maybe like a Checo was. You know what I mean? Like Checo would just be like, "Ha, I don't know what the hell that was about. That sucks, huh?" But like Isaac seems to take it personally.
He has very like we would always talk about like Yuki's supposed anger issues, which I didn't really feel were that bad, especially after listening to Ryan Blaney for a couple seasons. I'm like, Yuki walking apart. But like seeing like the physical, like smashing a steering wheel, like pounding on the halo, it's like he needs to be able to self-regulate, just because it kind of, at a certain point, it's like you hit that wrong and suddenly you've also lost a chunk of your wrist. Like,
Yeah.
you're becoming a danger to yourself. Like, just,
Yeah. Let's rein it in.
yeah,
I
with
think
love.
I don't really know how old he is. I want to say he's like got to be like maybe
He's
23,
pretty young.
maybe
Early
and
20s. Well, here.
I'm gonna Google it too.
Okay, well, I'm gonna Google it faster and better.
He is 21.
21.
Okay, that was a lot, MJ.
As of May 2026.
That's not now.
That
Is AI
is
lying
now.
to us?
When's his birthday? But it says his. Oh, as of May 2026. As of right now, he is 2020. Okay, I was like, his birthday happened the past 2 days and we just didn't notice. But
he was born in 2004.
Do not stop. He's also a Libra.
Good for
right?
you.
September.
Yeah. You guys.
I also have anger issues, girl. I'll give you the number of my therapist.
I think he's just very young. I don't think that this is like in any way. I think that he's gonna cringe in a couple years, I guess is what I'm saying. Like he's gonna see these like outbursts as like cringy in like a couple, like once his frontal lobe like cortex fully develops, he's gonna be like, maybe could have handled that a little bit better. I don't think this is like the end stage of his personality in the race car, but it is kind of like, you gotta let things go sometimes, buddy. You gotta let things go. 4 different teams in the first 4 spots of qualifying. Is F1 so back? MJ seems uncertain.
I mean, I guess, but like qualifying doesn't mean anything. You said that.
No, that's just for NASCAR. It means everything in F1. It means literally everything in F1. It means it's the only thing. You have to qualify good. That's it. As Will Buxton would say. As Will Buxton would say, where you qualify is actually where you start the race on Sunday.
I love Will Buxton. He is so silly to me. Stop making AI slap.
Yeah, that was dumb. Will, don't do that.
Lame.
And stop appropriating podcasting culture.
Also true.
You're already famous. You don't need a podcast. Leave it to the rest of us, please.
Leave it for us. I guess it can be totally back. The thing is I feel like this whole weekend, the entertainment of this weekend is like such a one-off that I'm like, well, it was so nice we had this treat and we'll probably never see anything like this again.
Maybe. I think Miami is a great race, and so maybe it is just the Miami effect of like, Miami delivers a good amount of chaos when we need it, and it maybe could be like seen as a turning point in the season sometimes. Maybe it's a false illusion though. We're like being tricked. Maybe Apple TV scripted this so that everybody would reactivate their memberships.
Hear me out. This was the first weekend it played in IMAX.
I was just about to say, maybe they were like, fuck, we got to do something. Nobody wants to watch a parade in IMAX.
Imagine this being your first race you were ever seeing. You were seeing it in IMAX, and this was the product you get from it. I bet you'd want to tune into another race.
Yeah. Too bad they won't all be like that. What do we got to do to get the Indy 500 in IMAX? Like, how cool would that be?
I think we just got to ask.
Mr. IMAX, can we do that, please?
Please. I think that's too long to watch something in IMAX. It's like 5 hours.
Yeah, but like you get snacks.
I like snacks.
I think adding on to the effect of like this was all scripted by Apple to be interesting. The first lap of the actual race was kind of cinematic as fuck. Like it was one of those, you told me this, you were like, you know, it's good when they take forever to put the replay together of the start.
Yeah.
It was juicy. Basically we had Kimi starting on pole. We saw Kimi and Max kind of go wide. Charles Leclerc uses this as like the perfect example. He like scooches on by as they're both locking up to take the lead. And then we see Max spin all on his own, but nobody hits him. It was like a perfect little spin. Can I say, as a Max Verstappen fangirl, it was kind of sick. It was kind of sick looking.
Bet Kyle Larson was watching that and he's like, whoa, you can spin on your own and not hit anything and destroy your car?
What? He probably saw that and he went, see, the greatest drivers in the world can sometimes spin themselves. It's okay. Everybody does it. I bet he
goes,
missed a
it's like
shift.
looking in a mirror.
He probably went. I remember when I did that. Stingray Rob was there, though. I hit him.
Stingray. Who is
Stingray,
he?
please. Yeah. And they, in the back, like in the midfield area, they're like, fuck it, we go 4 wide now in F1. I was like, you guys don't do that. What are you doing going 4 wide? That's insane. You guys are crazy. They eventually sort themselves out into a single file line in a very F1 fashion. But for a moment there, I thought, whoa, this is crazy. Charles Leclerc, though, leading the race, presumably, like, looks like he could really run away with this. Don't get your hopes up. No. I did want to highlight, I think in the first lap chaos, we had Colapinto, who had his best qualifying performance of all time, up at the front, battling with Hamilton. And he appears to like kind of hit Hamilton a little bit. And Lewis flips him off. Now, if you know anything about Franco, you know that he takes Lewis Hamilton's opinion very highly. He cares very deeply about Lewis Hamilton. Do you think that this is like do you remember like the MotoGP drama where like that one guy looked up to that other guy and then that other guy like fucked him over in the championship? What if that's but it's Franco Colapinto and Lewis Hamilton? The beef starts now. Wouldn't that be good? Wouldn't that be
that
really
would be good? However, one of them's in a Ferrari and one of them's in an Alpine, so I don't know how much wheel-to-wheel action we're gonna get.
No, Alpine's really good now. We can't even joke about them anymore. They're really good now. Alpine as a team, they're good.
Not just Franco?
Nope, they're both good now. Pierre, sometimes he shows up and he just does his little Pierre Gasly thing. I bet he'll do it in Canada. You'll see. You'll see.
Okay.
You'll see, wait. Dude. Jeez, you're being closed-minded. Alpine's good now. He has a girlfriend, Franco Colapinto, and people are saying that that's why he did really good this weekend. It was just the first weekend that he brought his girlfriend to the track, and his girlfriend is a musical theater girly.
She is. She was Eurydice in Hadestown for a little bit. She wasn't my favorite, but she was good.
Oh, do you have a favorite?
Yeah, but I'm not going to disclose it here.
Why? We have a podcast.
I can't. Yeah, but I have a musical theater podcast I do on the side.
With who?
Franco.
Fuck! I didn't know that this was happening.
Well, I tried to let you in on the musical theater podcast scoop months and years ago.
Months and also years. Fuck, I missed out. Okay, whatever. I'm over it. I'm crying, but I'm not. It's fine. I think it's cool that he has a musical theater baddie as a girlfriend. It doesn't really seem like the type, but I kind of really fuck with it. Nice. Do you think that the girlfriend effect is real? People say that men perform better when their girlfriends are like at a basketball game or something.
Every man to have the privilege of a woman's love does improve significantly.
Yeah, because you have to like be a better person to be loved by a woman. You have to,
especially a musical theater woman.
Life. Yeah. She probably had like a lot of hot guys in musical theater that she was like, sorry boys.
Oh, the showmances for sure. She played opposite of Jordan Fisher, who does have a wife and a baby. So like obviously that was like a big issue. Like the showmances.
Yeah, she probably at one point or another was tempted by that SpongeBob guy that's dating Ariana Grande, and she probably be like, 100.
No. They're broken up, Andrea.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I think they broke up before the second movie came out. Girl, where have you been? That's why they were always posed opposite of each other on the girl.
Because they didn't have a good breakup.
Everyone tune into my musical theater podcast with Franco.
Fuck your musical theater. Shut the fuck up. Franco, I'm calling you after this show and we're having it out. We gotta have it out,
We
Joe.
have to have it out.
I can't do this. I think, yeah, you're right. Girlfriend effect is real.
Nice.
If you're lucky enough to have a woman, treat her right, or else she'll leave you for the guy from SpongeBob. Probably.
Probably.
So Kimmy and Charles, they end up battling a little bit for the lead, and this reminded me of in the sprint race. Charles had to apologize to the country of Italy this weekend because in the sprint race he was like kind of having a little bit of a battle with Kimmy and Tonelli, and he came over the radio and he goes, he sucks at wheel-to-wheel racing, this guy. He's bad at it. And then a lot of Italians were in like a conundrum because they're like, I love Ferrari, but I
That's
also
really hard.
hated what he said about Kimi Antonelli, our boy. So he had to like kind of apologize to the country of Italy for putting them in such a tough situation. And he was like, it was just the heat of the moment. Whose side would you
bad
take
at
in that
wheel-to-wheel
beef?
racing?
Who, Kimi?
Yeah. Which we know because multiple times he has sent Charles specifically into orbit.
I just think like Charles, stop being by him. Problem solved.
I know. That's the thing. It must be really hard for Charles. He and Ryan Preece are having the moment where they're like, I hate when these kids are in fast cars.
These freaking children are so annoying. I think the banking, that was a little bit on Kimmy. It was also kind of on Charles. Because like it's like, what, you've never seen somebody take the High Line? Like he literally got scared. He didn't know that you could even do that.
You can't.
And then he found out you can't. But like that wasn't entirely on Kimmy.
He's an experimental driver.
Right. As Total Wolf would say, like, yes, he crashed, but look how fast he was going.
I know. No, I would say he's still working on his wheel-to-wheel. For sure.
So you're taking Charles's side in this.
I don't want to be on Charles's side. I came up with that on my own.
Yeah, but you're like kind of supporting his hypothesis.
I had that first. I've been saying that for years.
Like, it literally doesn't matter. The country of Italy is already pissed at us. So, thanks a lot, MJ. PETA and Italy. That's who you fucking pissed off today. Italy. Well. What's your favorite Italian food?
Next?
Maybe that'll warm things up with them. Oh, you don't.
That's not good.
Okay. Oh, you don't like Italian food? Why not? What's
wrong me from the conversation?
No, fucking answer the question. You've never gone to fucking Olive Garden and had a joyful meal with family? Fazoli's?
No.
You've never gone?
Is Fazoli's Italian? And is it? It's not good, but I do have a good time there for a little bit.
Unfortunately, I'm Italian American.
Unfortunately, I'm Italian American, and we are really passionate about motorsports.
Santino, what are we going to do with you? So then we have Isaac Hadjar crash on lap 6. At the same time, though, it appears that Pierre Gasly is flipped through the air.
He was upside down. We didn't even
unrelated.
See him. Okay. We didn't see him through the air. All we saw was him parked with his like right rear up on the barrier. And so I was like, now how could that have possibly happened? How did Isaac, who's at a different part of the track, possibly cause this collision with Pierre? Turns out there were 2 separate incidents, but we are too busy with on-track action that we can't talk about it right now. We have to come back to it.
They're like, we'll get back to Pierre. So they show us Isaac. Isaac, he, as we would say in NASCAR terms, fucked a toe link. He basically was cutting a corner, doing a turn, and just like hit the corner.
Too close.
The corner was made actually out of solid concrete. So fucked a toe link, and he ended up crashing. Proceeded to aggressively punch his steering wheel, also the halo, and also himself. That's the one I dislike the most, by the way. Isaac, don't punch yourself.
It's just like the punching in general. Let's like
no punching.
Let's yell. Let's do nice hands. Let's do nice hands.
Is that what you just say to kids? Do you go like this?
You always go. Let's do. Were those nice hands? Yeah, because they have to be aware of where their hands are. So you go. Let's do. It's nice
really good. No, this is good. I haven't.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about kids, but it's good to know. I'll use that next time I'm around a kid that's punching things. That's like
next time you see Isaac, you go, let's do nice hands.
It's like awakening a sleeper agent, and these kids, nice hands. They go, fuck,
Nice
he
hands.
knows the nice hands trick. um, okay, good to know. Well, let's get to the Pierre thing. So Pierre clearly doesn't have those fancy little Indy 500 fucking flaps because this man was flipping like crazy. I guess what happened was
Crazy.
Liam Lawson's car just turned off, which is not good, but he was still moving in a forward velocity manner
Mm-hmm.
into Pierre Gasly. I'm still not really understanding how he ended up flipping though. Like it was like not that hard of a hit, but it was like in the perfect spot.
It, you sent me a tweeter that
Uh-huh.
was the Carson Quapple thing. It was like
Yeah.
the exact same thing that happened where it's like it didn't hit him that hard. It just hit him in the right perfect spot to flip him over. But I've never seen an F1 car flip like that. Period.
I don't think I've seen them flip like when they're actually crashing, but this was like not
Yeah.
that. It's like
It
a
was
love tap.
crazy. Thank God for the halos.
Pierre was probably like literally what the fuck happened. Like he probably had no clue anything was happening, and then next thing you know, he was flipped over.
Parked on a wall.
Yeah, I think that Liam Lawson might have also been in a state of shock because he just like didn't really say anything. Like they were like,
Mm-mm.
"You okay?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm okay." So nothing to say about the person that you just flipped over. But they didn't show Liam Lawson's onboard, and the conspiracy is because they're still embarrassed about the F1 engines, and it was just like an engine, like the whole car just turned off.
Just turned off. Interesting. I
That's what
didn't
I've
know they
heard.
hadn't showed.
Yeah, they won't show the onboard anywhere. So release it, release the onboard. Um,
Release it.
Ferrari was looking good, as we said before. Charles really had a chance to potentially win this, at least get a podium. I mean, obviously Kimi was very fast, and Lando was very fast, and Oscar was fast-ish. So maybe not a win guaranteed, but definitely a podium. But he ended up having a pretty rough pit stop strategy. He kind of started crashing out on the radio a little bit. He was like, from now on, talk to me about pitting. Like, what's happening? Like, isn't it supposed to rain? Like, why aren't we pitting? Or why are we pitting right now? He was kind of upset. I think he kind of let that get the best of him. He also ended up spinning on the last lap. On his own fruition. It was like Texas Motor Speedway out there, people spinning on their own.
They F1 was really NASCAR coded this weekend.
It was. And he ended up hitting the wall when he spun, and he like fucked his steering up, and then he got a penalty for going off the track. For some reason, can I rant about this a little bit? People are mad because the phrasing that the FIA used was that he like got a penalty for not going for going off the track for like no justifiable reason. And people are like, isn't him having fucked up steering a justifiable reason? And I think what they mean to say is like, if your car can't steer, the solution isn't to just cut every turn. It's to either stop the car, retire the race, or get a penalty. And they chose get a penalty. But you can't
Yeah.
just not make the turns.
I assumed the no justifiable reason was like he wasn't being forced off the track by like
Right.
he wasn't racing for anything.
No.
So I didn't have any. I mean, I thought it was kind of mean the way they said it, but I didn't think it was inaccurate.
Yeah, no, people were just like, he has a justifiable reason, his car is broken. And I was like, no, that's the problem. He can't
It
just
sounds like it's
continue.
unjustified. Like they're telling us it's unjustified. So
I just think like, guys, what is the solution here? He just gets to do that. Like he just keeps to keep going, cutting all the turns, and then like just keep the places, and like that's good and fair. Like that's not how F1 works. I don't understand where
yeah.
this anger is coming from. I don't maybe they should just pick different phrasing next time. Maybe they should just say like, we understand you're having a tough time, but unfortunately we do have to penalize you.
Yeah.
Sorry that happened to you, King. Here's a 20-second penalty.
It's like, here are your penalty points and here are your sympathy points. Sorry you signed for Ferrari.
We're sorry that happened to you, King. Good luck
Yikes.
next year. Ugh. Um, Also, somebody that was, I don't know what he was doing. Fernando was protesting pit lane. He did not pit until the 53rd lap. There's only 57 laps in the race. You have to pit at least once. I think if it weren't for that, he would have just not pit at all. He like there was, I don't think there was an explanation. I think he just was like, I don't want to go in there.
I don't want to.
He was doing the Ryan Blaney. He was like, I think they're gonna fuck it up for me. I don't want to go in there.
I don't want to go in there. It's scary.
But honestly, King still got it. The fact that he did 53 laps on one set of tires, I was kind of like, fuck it, I'm impressed.
Okay.
That's kind of sick. Let him Theory. Don't make him pit.
Let him Theory.
Speaking of let them, double points for Williams.
Nice. Very good team. Very great and good team.
I'm going to say it. Alex Albon and Carlos Sainz were putting the fucking moves on Max Verstappen because after he spun, he kind of found himself in the midfield and he was literally getting attacked from like both angles by the two Williams. Like I think Max Verstappen was like in his own personal hell. He's like, not only am I back here with the Williams, Williams got hands.
And then Carlos went over the radio to complain about him and he's like, he thinks just because he's in the midfield, he can race like an idiot.
The racing like an idiot is reserved for the people that belong back here. We get to race like idiots. You don't even
go here.
Don't appropriate our culture, Max. Please. I was really impressed by Alex Albon. I was obviously impressed by Carlos Sainz, but I'm like more of a Carlos Sainz fan. So like I would always say that. He could like literally eat shit. And I'd probably be like, he gave it a good try. But Alex Albon, very impressed with his wheel to wheel in the midfield. I definitely think we should let Williams keep the illegal engine. Personally, I think they should get to keep it. It's like kind of
doing any harm.
A balance of performance sort of thing. I don't know.
Pop.
You know. Pop. So then we had Franco P8 after coming out as an ally. I think
technically isn't he P7 then? Because Charles got sent behind him.
I think so.
Nice. Congratulations.
Nice.
Those are Daniel Suarez numbers.
Dude, you guys.
Because wasn't he 7? No, he was 6th. Fuck.
Yeah, he's doing Carson Hocevar numbers. Dude, you're so
get him to the Met Gala.
Dude, you're embarrassing us, MJ.
I'm
please.
not the birthday.
You're not the birthday. So then we had our podium. It was Kimmy and Lando and Oscar. So the folks were happy with the Papaya 1-2. We had a Kimi Antonelli win once again. Still our championship leader. Lando seemed pretty upset by second. I have to say, I think it's like not a surprise to you guys. Sometimes I roll my eyes at Lando, and I was kind of like, okay, let's go easy on them, Lando. He was like kind of mad because they didn't have the best like pit stop stuff, but I was kind of like,
they were slow.
Yeah, but I was kind of like, I get he wanted to win. I don't know. I'm just like, he was going kind of hard on them on the radio. He was like, whatever, guys. Like, we'll do better next time, but thanks or whatever. And I was like, come on. You were sucking ass like 4 weeks ago. Like, let's just be grateful for where we are, King. I think Oscar is like, he's adopted the midfield mindset.
No, he's like, thank God we both started and finished the race, please.
Yeah, he's like, this place is a hellhole, but at least I get to go on the podium a little bit. That's fun.
At least it's a hell home in Miami.
Yeah. Kimmy also, Mohammed bin Salam, I hate that guy, dude. He's so
weirdo.
He like got up behind Kimmy and was like pouring water on him and like trying to be like, hee hee, Kimmy, like ha ha ha, so much fun. And Kimmy kind of like walked away from him and like didn't even look at him. And then they cut to Kimmy Antonelli's parents in the crowd and they both were making this face.
Yeah.
They were like, what a fucking weirdo. If somebody was at Miami, can you tell us, did Mohammed bin Salam get booed again? He got booed last year and that was really funny. Let us know. They also booed, I think Ron DeSantis was there or somebody, some like politician was there and he got booed. That was fun. Anything else you want to say about F1? Kind of fun. I kind of think it was fun. I don't know if the regulations are fixed. I don't think that any of the drivers necessarily said that they're fixed, but a lot of the drivers said that they're more fun. I think artificial passing or not, at least there was passing. Like there was some battles happening that I was like invested in.
There was still like like there was the like back and forth thing. What did they called it something on the radio? Oh, they called it yo-yoing.
Yeah.
The broadcast called it yo-yoing, but it did feel like that there was still like someone's gonna win this. Like it's not just gonna be back and forth based off of merit, based off of what do they call it? Harvesting.
Yeah, harvesting.
I'm trying to be politically correct when I speak about F1. Hopefully they can keep this up. Maybe it's just like the threat of rain they need to be a little insane. You know, like when there's a full moon and like kids get kind of crazy like in schools and stuff, and they're like, there must be a full moon because all my kindergartners are being little asshats right now. That's what they need, is a little bit of rain. When it gets a little windy, they get a little frisky.
Yeah, they're like, whoa. I also think it's funny, like they were like, it's gonna rain, we gotta move the race up for the rain, and I heard it didn't rain.
Didn't rain. No, and DC kept going, okay, well, I have a free app on my phone and it says it's not gonna rain. So, and he was right the whole time.
DC cracks me up. That's honestly, can we add him to the dream guess, or has he done something?
Oh yeah, that'd be great. I don't think so, but also I'm not endorsing him.
Wait, no, he has that thing for women in motorsports that like actually gets women into motorsports and like pays for their karting and stuff. So actually, we'll do some research, but DC, you might get added to the list. You seem fun.
DC would love Watkins Glen.
Get him in a truck. Come on. What are you doing?
That would actually be really fun. Oh man, I miss when they did that. That was cool. We should do that again. Yeah. Let the broadcast race.
I think he raced in a supercar one time.
Doesn't his cousin or younger brother? There's a Coulthard out there.
I don't think they're related. I think I Googled it one time.
I think they are.
They are?
I thought so. I don't know. This is the we're back to the misinformation hour where we get deep enough into this that I'm just gonna start lying.
Is there anything else you want to lie about?
I think that RLL is gonna do really good at the race on Saturday.
Oh God. I think I want to lie about Alex Pillow is not gonna win this weekend.
I don't like watching the road course. I don't like it.
What do you want them to change about it?
The addition of it on the schedule.
Okay, what would you want them to put instead?
Iowa. The Roval.
Okay. The Roval. Fuck it, I'll take what's that? Thermal. Give us Thermal back.
Maybe it'll be good racing. I could be positive about it. I mean, Thermal wasn't horrible the last time we had it. We did miss a good chunk of it, though, because of broadcast issues, but...
Honestly, this is so IndyCar of us to say, like, oh, Indy GP sucks, like, it should be taken off the schedule, and watch now, it's going to be a banger of a race. That's exactly what always happens in IndyCar. Whenever people complain about something and then finally get people to take it off the schedule, they're like, okay, this is going to be our last time.
I know.
And it's a banger.
Yeah, okay. Egg on my face, hopefully.
Fingers crossed. We will see you guys next week. We'll be talking all things Indy GP and the absolute banger that it's going to be, as well as Watkins Glen for women. It'll be super fun, and we'll catch you then. Say goodbye. Goodbye.
Goodbye.